Hi everyone, welcome to RaiderTV. I'm Madison Chapman.
And I'm Cameron Bradley. We are so excited for you to see the new and improved RaiderTV and meet some of our new production crew along the way. But for now, let's get started.
Come along with me, let's head out to see what this world has for you and for me now. Whichever way the wind blows, we say, hey ho, let's go. This boat's rocking, ain't no stopping us now. 'Cause we're living this sweet life. This boat's rocking, rocking the whole world round. And we're living this sweet life now. Hey ho, let's go.
That was great.
Good
job, guys. The Raider players are putting on the production of Chicago, High School Edition. The play will be held outdoors behind the 500's wing near the basketball courts. The dates for the Chicago production are April 29th through May 1st at 7 p.m. and on May 2nd at 4:30 p.m. No tickets will be sold for this event, but donations will be accepted. If you go and support your Raider players, remember social distancing guidelines will need to be followed.
Spring tryouts started this Monday. The spring sports include lacrosse, soccer, softball, baseball, tennis, and track and field. Games will begin as early as next week. Wish all of our spring athletes good luck for their upcoming season.
Girls soccer tryouts are going really well. We had 28 people come out, so we're going to have a really good season this year.
Seniors, don't forget that the senior walk and celebration for the class of 2021 will be held on Thursday, April 22nd. Both virtual and face-to-face students are welcome to attend. Be sure to sign up for your field day team by Friday, April 16th using the link that can be found on the Raider Review.
7th up applications are now open. If you're interested in joining this organization, check your class of Schoology for more information on how you can apply. There are also some video links that show some of the fun things the program has to offer. Applications are due April 23rd.
If you are eligible for an AHS parking permit, you can purchase one during your lunch on Wednesdays in the Commons. Make sure you bring all the required documents and complete the Google form found on the Raider Review the day before you plan to buy a pass.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for, Walter with the sports update.
Thanks, Cam. We have a lot to cover for sports. This week concluded all spring sports tryouts for athletes. Baseball, soccer, lacrosse, softball, track, and tennis all held tryouts for their students. This past spring break, the Masters was held in Augusta, Georgia, and was a great tournament. The 2021 winner of the Masters was Hideki Matsuyama and became the first Japanese golfer to win the Masters. The NCAA tournament also concluded in early spring break. Gonzaga faced off with Baylor for the championship game. Baylor came out on top, winning 86-70. And finally, as we always do at every end of the episode, we would like to recognize 4 fantastic athletes. We have Kate Miller going to Virginia, Rachel Mudd going to Virginia Tech, Abby Ritter going to Shenandoah, and Braden Eastman going to DeSales. That's all we have for today's episode. I'm Walter Quinnipiac. Back to you, String Bean.
Monday, April 26th is Hanover County's second and final Flexible Learning Day of the school year. Just like the previous Flexible Learning Day, this is not a day off from school. Students will have the opportunity to facilitate their own learning by choosing activities to complete from a list provided by their teachers. You will get specific details for each of your classes during class time prior to April 26th.
Seniors who are committing to the armed forces after college, we want to celebrate you. The Hanover Salutes program will be held on Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m. and will be streamed on the Athlete Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. Please email Ms. Edwards to RSVP and fill out the registration form.
Wondering what the weather will be like for the upcoming weekend? Here's Caroline with the weather update.
Thank you, Addison. Welcome back to school, Raiders. We made it through the first week back from break, and the forecast for this weekend is looking very moderate. This morning, we saw low temperatures of 41, and around 5 this evening, we'll see a high of 67 with mostly cloudy skies. Saturday, we will see a low temperature of 48 and a high of 67. Sunday will be about the same with a low of 44 and a high of 66. There will also be about a 25% chance of rain, but hopefully the sun will stay out and make way for a relaxing Sunday afternoon. Well, that's all I have for you on the weekend forecast. I'm Caroline Matheny, RaiderTV.
Raiders, it's time for you to order your yearbooks. You have until April 30th to order yours. Let's take a closer look at the faces behind the legend.
The Atlee yearbook, The Legend, will be coming out with its 2020 to 2021 edition later this year. The yearbook class has been working hard to complete it since the beginning of the school year. I talked to Maggie Pace to find out more about the daily routine of working on The Legend.
So it depends on the week, but normally we plan out what we're going to cover, and then we'll get photos and find the people to interview, and then end up writing the stories, and then we'll take all of it and design it on like a page.
Pace works on the yearbook every other day with the rest of her classmates. Each week varies on what they will cover. Creating the yearbook takes a lot of time and effort. One way the yearbook team tackles the job is by working in small groups.
Well, we're in like groups, and every senior is like a leader of a group, but like some seniors, like no one has specific roles, but some seniors are better at one thing than another, so they kind of like will lead the class with that. Yeah, it's more like designing, like photography. So if like one senior is really good at photography, they'll kind of teach us, like at the beginning of the year, they were the one that would teach us how to take photos and stuff.
Yearbooks are designed on editing software. The yearbook staff tends to work together in their groups to create the page they are working on. Yearbooks are organized in specific ways, which helps with the ordering of the pages.
So normally in the beginning of the book is where you have like your academic section and sports section and other stuff like that. So like like a page, if it's in the sports section, it'll be like a page, like a football page or something. And then in the back of the book is more of like the student photos and like the clubs, and then like the index is in the very back.
When making a yearbook, you experience problems. One of the biggest ones for this school year was COVID. Because of the pandemic, the yearbook staff wasn't sure if sporting events would be happening. Luckily, they found a solution to their problem.
Because of COVID, like when they were planning the yearbook, they didn't know if there was gonna be like sports, so they couldn't do just like a sports section. So it's like chronological, so each week will have its own 2 pages, and those 2 pages will be like stuff that happened at school that week. Like some weeks there's not a lot going on, so it's harder to find photos, but then there's some weeks where there's a lot of stuff going on.
Even without COVID, problems will occur when making the yearbook. There are certain deadlines and criteria that has to be met. Pace has found certain things to be more difficult than others. Interviewing people has been a challenge for Pace so far.
Probably interviewing people, because like sometimes it's hard to find their number, their contact information, or like you don't know who they are, and that takes some time to find out.
It seems that the yearbook staff has had a lot to do over the past few months, with the pandemic making it even harder to create pages. However, the staff has been hard at work and will still provide Atlee with a great yearbook. I'm Lizzie Hughes reporting for RaiderTV.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
What?
Ground beef.
Thanks for tuning in to RaiderTV. Have a great rest of your day, Atlee.